All right, Esther, go ahead. That has been fixed. Thank you.
Okay.
And
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another live segment of our Bella by Choice. Hashtag I carry Bella by choice, not by chance. So today, in continuation of our last week topic, cross-generational sex, part 2. Before we move forward, I want to say a big thank you to our partners, those who make this work. AWD Health, Global Fund for Women, WFD, Movement for Women Alliance, DKT International Nigeria, Cross River State Ministry of Health, UNFPA, Cross River State Primary Healthcare Development Agency. Thank you all so much for your support. Today, we have a wonderful and passionate speaker in our midst. He is Farm John Alade. Welcome, sir. Nice having you here. Farm Alade. Oh, wow, welcome, sir. We are very proud and honored to have you in our midst. Farm, before we move forward, I would like to do a brief introduction of our farm. He is a pharmacist and a global health researcher with a steadfast commitment to improving healthcare outcomes. John has made it his mission to create a positive impact in the field of pharmacy and global health. As a pharmacist, John prioritizes patient well-being by providing accurate medication information and expertly managing drugs therapies. His dedication to promoting optimal health outcome goes beyond the pharmacy counters, as he actively engaged in global health research. He currently works at Evercare Hospital, Lekki, as a clinical pharmacist. He is also passionate about health care and imparting knowledge about self-medication. Welcome, sir. Okay, before we move forward, last week, we were talking about cross-generational sex. We're talking about cross-generational sex. We are meant to understand more about cross-generational sex. We meant to know that it is a sexual activity between two different age groups. It is also common between adults and minors. We also know that cross-generational sex, when involved with minors, can have significant effective impact on the sexual health and well-being of young women and girls. So today, permit me to share this story of mine, girl who was victim of cross-generational sex, as a case study. Some years ago, we were still in school. Some years ago, when I was still in school, there was one of my best friends who was victim of a cross-generational sex. She was an orphan. She was barely 15 years when she lost her parents. So sad. So eventually, she dropped out of school due to the death of her parents. During the period of, she met a man of 50 years, and the man promised to help her and her education, but she ended up getting pregnant for the man. Please, I would like you people to share your comment. You can follow us on YouTube, drop your comment. You can also follow us on on Facebook, drop your comment. Even as on the live chat, you can also drop your comment, or you can share your comment with us. In this case, who is to be blamed? Is it the girl or the man? Okay. Tina, before we start, now let me hand you over to my co-host. Tina, over to you.
All right, Esther, thank you so much for that beautiful introduction and the case study. I would say this is really a sad one, and that this has to happen to this girl. And to me, I would say she's not to be blamed, because she was actually doing this to help her family, and then for her to be able to stand out. Maybe complete her education as a girl growing up with much dream and passion for a brighter future. So she isn't to be blamed. I don't know what Faith thinks about that. So she's on the call. She can also share her own view about that. Faith, are you there? Hello, I guess we lost her. Okay, fine. And now we have to throw the question to our speaker, Mr. John. What do you think about this?
Hey, hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Once
sir.
again, it's actually nice to meet you guys. Like, it's glad being here once again.
Yeah.
But let me just go directly
Thanks
to
for
what you are
joining.
asking. Actually, it's like this is just a case of a man. All I see is a man taking advantage of a 15-year-old orphan.
Exactly.
She's vulnerable. Her parents have just died. Yet, what she just wants to do is further her education. That's what should be on the mind of most 15 years olds. So there's this man she comes across, and it's like, okay, I promise you this and this. Probably at the beginning of everything, there was no this, I'll sleep with you, you'll become pregnant. It was never part of it, just a form of he being nice and he helping her out. But probably as time goes on, this man realized that, hey, I'm the one in control. You understand? Like, I'm the one helping this person out. What if I just get how it is? Like, this man takes advantage of a vulnerable orphan. And here we are with her being pregnant. So I just see the case of vulnerability from the orphan and also the man taking advantage of the situation. So that's just my comment on this practically. So the man most likely is to be blamed because the girl probably just went there for security and further education. So that's it for me, from my end.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, sir. Honestly, I would say that is all about this, because I will agree with you that this girl has gone there for comfort, to seek for comfort, so she can be outstanding and then fulfill her dreams and purpose in life. But then, unfortunately, it happens that this man will have to conceal another thing, like, why do I give out such help without a benefit? So, and all he was doing was, since I am giving you money, I need to get something else in exchange of what I'm giving to you, which is actually
something like
really
that.
exactly
Transactional.
honestly, and this is bad. Yeah. Okay, so I think Faith is having some network issues, so we will be moving straight to the. I hope you're ready for our questions, sir. Okay,
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so I don't know if I should still like go on with the presentation. I have something like, but I don't know how last week was. Probably they would have discussed all of this last week. But it's just like
Okay.
the back summary of cross-generational sex. But probably I've been talking about. I didn't really follow the meeting last week. Really
Okay.
tight.
Okay, so we should permit you to share your screen, right?
Yeah, permit me to share my screen. Let me just give this this is an 8-page.
All right then. Yeah. Just a minute.
Can I share my screen now?
All right, go ahead, sir. You will have the floor. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yes, go
I'm
ahead
hearing
with
you.
the.
I want to bring the file. I don't know, I
All
really let
okay,
me
okay.
see.
All right.
I want to get the file. My phone, I don't know, it's just looking quite. How am I signing in again? Come on, please.
Or you can actually forward to us on WhatsApp. Then Esther will help share. How about that?
Okay, I'm opening. I'm opening documents now.
Okay,
So I'm
okay.
sorry, document.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, yeah. Wow. They said I can't share PowerPoint. Should that be image or PDF?
Really?
I'm telling you, that's what.
Kindly share with Esther on WhatsApp. Then
Let me
while
send you.
she yes, thank you. She
Let me
will do
send.
the
Yeah, let me send it to Esther on WhatsApp. Please 1 minute, please. Okay, I've sent it to Esther. I've sent it to Esther already.
All right then. Let's give her some minutes. Esther, please, can you help him with the presentation? Okay, so while we await Esther sharing your presentation, we would like you to want to do a brief recap of what was discussed last week. And last week we talked about we went deep into cross-generational sex. We talked about the effect, the challenges, and so on. So we'd like to know, what is cross-generational sex? Of course, everyone has different perceptions about things. So you can tell us your own view about what cross-generational sex is, and then maybe by then Esther will be done with the presentation sharing.
Okay. So thing is cross-generational sex. Let me use cross-generational relationships, because most cross-generational relationships probably lead to cross-generational sex. So cross-generational relationships are like non-marital sexual relationship where there's an age difference of at least 10 years between the partners. But many researchers lately has also been shown that it could be as little as a difference of 5 years between the ages of these two people. So in some cases, this kind of sex is consensual. It's like between two adults, probably one's 20s, one's in 40s. Get then at times, in more cases, to be honest with you, it's always non-consensual. It's always a form of one person taking advantage of the other. It's also in some places where they usually say it's their tradition or something. I think this northerners, they do stuff like where a 12-year-old, 10-year-old is being married off, something like that. Like, these are just the factors that kind of influence cross-generational sex. And also prostitution has also been to cross-generational sex, where probably a young girl in her early 20s is trying to use what she have to get what she wants. So she hustles with what she has according to her, and most likely end up with someone way older than her, has a wide age gap. So yeah, these are the things that causes cross-generational sex, and also human trafficking in some cases. Yeah, there's this human trafficking that happens, human trafficking where young girls are actually taken from where they are to other countries and used as sex slaves. Then they get to sleep with other men per se. And also forced sexual intercourse, rape. These are the things these are the factors that actually influence this cross-generational sex. Practically, that's just in summary. everything I've been saying. See, that's just my own understanding. Sexual relationship between two people, considerably 5 to 10 years in gap, which could be or could not be consensual, which could be consensual or not. Yet, so that's just making some. Are you with me?
Yes, we are with you. Thank you very much for that review. Now the screen is sharing already, so over to you. I guess we have the factors
I'm
that
not
influence
Wait,
generational
sorry.
sex.
So I can't really see this thing again. Hey, what have I pressed?
Really? Okay, and because I can actually see your screen from here, I can see your outline. What
Yeah,
is
I've seen it
conventional
now.
sex, factors
Yeah,
that
that's
influence.
so. Yeah, that's the thing. That wasn't here last week, so probably all of this would have been discussed last week. But I
Yes,
just
yes.
because I think yesterday, I think I was speaking with Esther. And she told me that I had to come up with a presentation. Like what? Very short period of time. Like I wasn't really like
Really?
yeah, so practically still what would have been said, but maybe just from my own point of view, because it's just my understanding. When we look at the outlines, what is cross-generational sex? Factors that influence cross-generational sex, prevalence of cross-generational sex, consequences of cross-generational sex, and addressing cross-generational sex. Please, can I start? Go to the next slide. I'm not really in control now. Yeah. So what I just said earlier before the slide show. So it's just I said about non-sexual relationship where there's an age difference of at least 10 years between the partners, which has also been expanded by researchers to be 5 years. Because in case of a 15-year-old and probably 21-year-old, still cross-generational sex. One is a teenager and one is an adult that child is right to do. So it's usually between but not limited to adolescent girls and older partners. Girl in early 20s, an older man in his 50s and his 40s, to be a teenager, as young as a teenager, 15, 16, and probably a man in his late 20s, a man in his early 30s. Then also, going to the factors that influence cross-generational sex. So poverty, which is probably one of the reasons why there is probably high rate of yes, let's say prostitution. I don't really want to boil everything down to poverty, but it's still one of the reasons why there is this whole transactional relationship currently happening in the country. And also exchange for cash and material things. Then decline in traditional societal structure. I don't really want to go again a lot of explanations. Why all this has been said last week on like then forced sexual intercourse in terms of rapes and like so I can't see the screen again. Yes.
Please hold on. Let me check up on her.
Well, I'm with my laptop here though, so let me just continue. My laptop is in front of me here.
All right then.
Yeah, let me just continue. Yeah. So also forced sexual intercourse and tradition in Hausa people. And so that's the thing. I put a side note there, the fact that power imbalance and consequent inability to make decisions in this kind of relationship make cross-generational sex risky for young people. In a relationship like this, the man always has most of the say. The man is always in control. The man always feels like the predator. Yeah, he's the one that prides on these girls or probably takes advantage of them in a situation where these girls probably can't speak up or probably can't fight for themselves. So I'm going on to let me go on to the prevalence. So prevalence of cross-generational sex. I was able to get an article online that showed that in 6 sub-Saharan African countries, majorly in West Africa, the percentage of women who are recently had sex with men at least 10 years older ranges from 1% in Malawi, that's to the east of Africa, to more than 21% in Nigeria. And I'm sure this value will even be more because there'll be a lot of unaccounted values that probably have been lost in research. So that's in that general population of older, like general population of men or men. Like that's the prevalence of CJs actually. It's 13.8% in Barbados, and 9.5% in Nigeria. That's Barbados still has more than us, but still, this percentage in our country is probably something that is quite alarming. So you don't have the situation where you have 21% of younger girls, which I'm sure at least 15 to 16% are going against their will to probably have sex with older guys or older men, or probably men that take advantage of it. Something that actually should be looked into. To be honest, something that shouldn't just accept it as something inherent, as normal situation. Something that this militants should more advocacy for this. Probably take advantage as low as 1 to 5%. So this next slide, let me just quickly go strong because most of the things have been said previously. So consequences of cross-generational sex. The consequences, this is addressing. Consequences are slide 6. Yeah. So consequences of cross-generational sex. We have HIV/AIDS and sexually transmitted infection because most of these men, according to them, don't really like protection, sleep with this younger age. There's also unwanted pregnancy. Then we have the sex of prostitution, which has been down even in our faces here in Lagos and different parts of Nigeria. There's also sexual violence, from the man beating, doing all sorts of things to have a way with this particular woman. Usually just leads to trauma in these young girls that probably might become unsolved years and later in life. Then also risky sexual behavior. One person having probably someone that was now molested at a younger age. There's this form of trauma that lives with them that makes them sexually active. Probably goes against the norm, just become more active than normal. That particular trauma has turned the person and has made the person live like that for 5 years. Then there's also emotional and physical victimization and the stigma that comes with it, especially when you know that the society knows that this is what this person does, this is what has happened to this particular young girl. It is painful and something that will be very difficult for society to see her in a particular different light. And also child marriage. Like you can't really emphasize how child marriage has been one of the dangerous consequences of this particular CGS, especially in the north, where a 12-year-old is getting married as probably 10th, 11th wife to a 60, 70-year-old man. Like, what's the rationale behind that? It's actually very evil and doesn't even have, what's the word now? It doesn't tell a good story of this girl. What is this girls for life? So let's go to addressing, please. Let's do this as quick as we can, since I'm just trying to review what I said. So the earliest effort to address cross-generational sex were those of Ministry of Education and NGO that focused educating students about the sugar daddy phenomenon through school-based programs. Going to schools and probably educating girls that there is more to being an independent woman, actually seeking sugar from a sugar daddy. Actually just helps to curtail the prevalence of girls looking up to other guys to take care of them and take care of their affairs. And also creating of livelihood for the youth. And creating of livelihood for the youth. Like I said, unemployment also has its own part to play when it comes to prevalence of CGS. So creating livelihood for the youth. And mobilizing and empowering youth to adopt healthy lifestyles. Also implementing advocacy programs, just like one being done by this particular NGO is actually very nice. I'm proud of. They are really doing well with this, and they also implementing health education campaigns that include lessons about youth rights, vulnerable population, and people who have been made vulnerable by it. So more, and we cannot overemphasize the importance of more and more of this campaign, like getting our voices heard by more people, letting a lot of our sponsors and a lot of other NGOs know that we actually collaborate as a team to actually stop the spread of a lot of infection and negative effects, negative consequences that come with cross-generational sex can actually be very helpful. Yeah, then addressing social and gender norms, actually with men. There's a way men can be educated. There's a way, because most times the men are the enablers of this thing. No matter how much you try to talk to the woman, like you tell this particular girl, you have to stop CGS, you have to stop saying to that person. We also have to lecture and educate men that we don't have to take advantage of this person. Especially when when the age gap is probably wide, or probably you are grooming them, get that kind of thing. Just something she don't do. I still roll with someone 2, 3, 4 years with that guy. That is also even in that mature class. You don't have to be in your 30s and behind a teenager or someone that still has the future ahead over. So that's where it goes, addressing social norms and actually working specifically. So that's all actually. I know prior of this has been said last week, but I've done this presentation in like within how many hours, so I know I needed to present. That's all practically, and once again, it's nice to be here. I'm looking forward to the question and answer session practically. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Farm John. Thank you so much for that beautiful recap of all we said last week. Actually, you didn't say exactly what he said. It was a beautiful perspective you brought to the topic, because we didn't actually talk about marriage as it relates to cross-generational sex. And we didn't talk about teenage pregnancy also. We just mostly talked about the sex and the child. Mostly we focused last week on little children, mostly below the age of 13, and how it relates to cross-generational sex. So that was a beautiful perspective you brought to the discussion. Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me, sir.
Yeah, I can.
All right. So now we will be going to the questions we have prepared for you. We have a few questions, and while they try to get it on the screen, I will just be reading since I already have the questions. Okay, so our first question for today is, in many developing countries, it is common for young girls to marry older men. Firstly, we would like to know why it is so. What factors do you think are associated to this practice of younger, let's not mention names now because we have a lot of those examples here in Nigeria. So what are the factors associated or factors that influence young girls marrying older men? And should this practice be encouraged? You know, we hear so many things like follow no road, you know, and elderly man is, I don't know, so many obscene kind of responses to it. They'll say, okay, he can teach her more and things like that. So in your own opinion, should cross-generational sex as it relates to marriage be encouraged, and what factors influence this?
Wow. So this is actually a nice question. It's a nice question. So the thing is, back then, I don't want to drift, but let me just drift a little, because back then when I was in school, then remember how it's probably against dating or being in a relationship with their fellow classmates, and for some reason they just always fancy the other guys. So some girls even go around and it's just tell you how much they actually just want to in some. There's this, but lately in this generation of people being married to someone, there is more of financial. There's this financial security to marry someone actually in developing nations like Nigeria. So yeah, probably a lady comes and she's probably in her 20s, she's still right in her final year in school, and she probably sees this already doing well, 40s, as well as married, like something. So there's this major, that's probably one of the major factors that influences this financial security that comes with it. Probably this societal norms of girl not wanting to probably date her age mate, or probably someone she's younger than. Then also this saying of what's the word, like lady, once she's dating someone, she begins to shrink physically. I don't know, like beauty, everything. Then she'll probably want her husband to have been older instead of she and her husband going at the same pace. So that's just the financial security in society. Ladies having to always look up to other guys and believing that other guys are more mature And that was one of the excuses we got. Something, but still, one of the factors, national security, like that. One of these leading factor, fact number one, probably according to them, the husband was always doing that, son was always doing that. So that's just why I feel actually causing. And should it be encouraged? It depends on the age gap and how much it's. I see no reason why it's needed. Like I said, link name with probably someone in her 30s or something. Person comes and it's like a sponsor that through school and there's this form of entitlement that comes with it. You being like you always just and then this lady. But it's not supposed to be. You allow this lady see herself probably till the end of her education, and when she's ready to make important decision, don't go about grooming young ladies, which is almost meant to grooming them whatsoever reason. Like I said, the financial security, the whole maturity aspect. I think it should be encouraged. There should be allowed to make that decision and not over influenced by the guy, actually, by the man. That's it, basically.
Okay, so you said it should be encouraged.
Yeah, it should be encouraged if the girl makes most of the decision. Like I said, most times when the older guy is always with the lady, it's always it's not the couple. Yeah, most guys they actually go. I'm hearing you speak, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, okay, so we are looking at it from the aspect, and it's actually your opinion, and we have no argument with that. It's true that it could be of help to her. So, but now we're in our own life, whatever choice, we are seeing the cross-generational sex and marriage, like you said, teenage marriage. Now, not just a lady of 30 getting married to a lady of 40, or a lady of 30 getting married to a lady of 50. So we're talking about a teenager now, let's say 13, 15, getting married to a 60-year-old, like the case we had today now. We are trying to know, should it be encouraged? And if you say it should be encouraged, on what grounds? Like, how does it benefit both parties now? Mostly the girl, because we're talking about female. Yes.
Yeah, we are tilting towards that. I don't think that should be encouraged. Like, I don't really think that should be encouraged. Like, I don't think a teenager has a business with marriage. That's just me. I don't think a lady in her 13 years old, 14 years old has any business with marriage. It's always, notice most times people that are involved in such that is the tradition. It is so about how it has been from their fathers in the 17th century.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be encouraged at all. Like these things, it's like that leads to gender mutilation, that it is that leads to trauma, child pregnancy, a lot of infections for these young girls. Girls that should be in school and probably going through proper self-development are being married off. And that should be looking at that angle. The grooming should don't even groom them. Please don't come around saying that I'll marry you in the future to a 13-year-old, 12-year-old girl. Doesn't sit right at all. It shouldn't be done practically. It's a common practice that is a common archaic practice and actually carried out in the northern, probably prevails a lot in the northern part of the country. Now some actually deep southern villages, but still, I just feel there's not enough enlightenment in those places. So they should not be encouraged at all.
All right, thank you so much for that clarification. So, if I would give a recap on what our speaker just said, a young lady, not a young girl, not a young child, a young lady getting married to an older man is actually not a problem based on, since she can make decisions for herself. But when it's a child or a teenager within the ages of 20, it should not be encouraged because they should be in school, as is said, and they have no business with marriage. Thank you so much, sir. Now we're going to our next question. Our next question now says, is cross-generational sex, sorry, please go back to the last question. Yes, thank you. Is cross-generational sex inherent in our society or the world at large? Can we say cross-generational sex is inherent in our community, our culture, or is it an international problem?
Actually, it's an international problem because it happens a lot in Nigeria. Doesn't mean we shouldn't keep an eye on what happens internationally. Because I've actually read articles, I've seen where villages, rural communities in Africa, but I think it's more of an African thing. It happens in Europe, probably the Caribbean and those other places. I think it's more of an African thing. They call them all these local native tribes. I don't know if you watch some of these documentaries and like where these people that are not really exposed to civilization, according to them, it's part of their culture. So with more technological development and more women being, because then is in the past, the fact that there was probably a default design for women. Like once you do this, you're always in the kitchen, next thing you get to marry, you don't even get to further your education. Whereas more NGOs have stood up, more people have come in the past, a lot of women have actually lately it has actually reduced. But I want now in this 2020s compared to probably the 70s and 60s, you can't compare the prevalence. So it's just something that is inherent in Africa, especially among the local communities and probably local cultures that still exist deep in the African villages again. So coming towards coming towards technological advancement, actually that these girls have actually been go through school and study to become a proper woman. They should be studied to actually this is what you do yourself at that particular age. Cross-generational sex should never be known. It's not something that has a good effect. It shouldn't be something the society accepts. No matter how much society fall about the topic back and forth, it should not be no coming and telling the child this is this is that. All those things should not be a norm. It's something that should be looked into. A lot of NGOs are saying that most of these things should be considered a crime. So I know of genital mutilation, I know of child pregnancy and like that happen. I even make the news with popular Nigerian girls. Some make one popular senator and made the news. Nothing was done about it because this is their culture. So this is their culture. This is what you want to do to keep doing to young girls. Taking portions of their life and throwing it away and teaching them trauma and they didn't work for in the first place.
Okay. So I wanted to add, thank you so much. I wanted to add now, since we are already delving deep into it, right? Let's talk about, I want to add to what you're already saying. What do you think can be done to bring an end to this practice? Like, how can it be addressed? Based on what you have said, it's a really serious issue, right? Prevalent in many parts of Africa and then Nigeria. So what, in your opinion, can be done to bring an end to this practice and how can it be addressed?
Like I said, more and more advocacy. Actually, trying to tell this that what you call culture is actually having its own deterrent effect on your female children. So I think it's more education, more because to be honest, dealing with the other folks kind of difficult. It probably just takes more and more education, and it takes more. The government can probably. It's just signing a bill into law when you call this a crime. That's when, because if you don't call something a crime, they don't take it serious. They tell you, okay, now that you've said your own part, so what will happen if I do this again? If I marry this 12, this 11, this 10 year, what will happen? Nothing happen. You've said your own, try to save this girls. Okay, but it's difficult to get. But when the old people in charge of the old culture and the old tribal leaders, you have to win those ones over. You get, but once this is what they follow, you talk just end up and stop. Government they can be arrested for this, but they can't. It keeps going on and on. So you understand. So that's just it's difficult to curb it more. I feel it's more advocacy, more this thing. The people seeing the negative side of it. Because there's no positive side to
Yeah,
this.
if they don't see it.
There's no positive side.
Yes.
You need
So
you need people
I
to
really
know
agree.
about.
Yeah,
I'm
continue,
hearing
sir.
you. I
Okay,
said
so I
people need
wanted to
to
say I
know
really
more.
agree with the part where you said advocacy more, because if the government were to set a policy against it now, it would be like a backlash or an affront against a particular religion, right? Or a particular
Yeah.
cultural practice. So I feel like the more we get these young girls to know, because mostly it's girls that suffer this cross-generational sex, usually the older man and then the younger lady. Now, although I feel like Nigerian guys are doing cross-generational sex abroad, but those ones, the guys are sensitive and they know what they are getting into. But these young girls do not know what they are getting into. And these men may have, as we have seen in past episodes of our show, diseases that may infect them. So if they get to know that there is, as you said, no benefit whatsoever, not even the academics, no benefit whatsoever to this, then to help them curb it. Okay, so now, sir, from John, I would like to ask the next question. The next question
Yes, ma'am.
says, what is the prevalence of cross-generational sex? This is just going to be a very quick one because we have another question. What's the prevalence of cross-generational sex among young women, adolescent girls, and men? Is cross-generational sex applicable to both genders?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, actually,
Okay.
it's actually applicable in both genders. Because I've seen where younger guys try to sleep with older women for money too. Also, so it's actually applicable, and
Yes,
also of stories of young boys that have been molested by their house
by
girls or
older
probably some
women.
the older women.
Wow.
So yeah, it's actually applicable. It's not
In
really
country
gender
and
based.
nation.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
not.
agree with you. It's not
Yeah, it's
gender
not
based.
really gender based, but still,
Our society needs help.
yeah. But the prevalence in men compared to that, yeah, it's not really. It's more of the women actually.
Okay.
To get. So
Great.
it prevails more in adolescents. Even as we were
Okay,
talking,
thank you
said the
so much.
teenage ones, the older ones, and even older ones. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's applicable.
Yeah,
It's not really
that's true.
prevalent practically.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my
Thank
thing.
you so much. Okay, now we're going to be taking our last question for tonight before we take any other extra question from the comments. The last question here is there any health benefit or consequences now, benefits or consequences of cross-generational sex? That is health benefits or consequences of cross-generational sex. And what would you say causes their vulnerability to this?
Health benefits.
Yes.
Health benefits. Nah, no, at all. Like there's no way. This mentally, physical health, sexual healthy health actually damage from cross-generational sex
Seriously.
in female
Okay, so
children.
now what are the consequences now?
Consequence, like I said, that's child pregnancy, number one. You get child pregnancy is one of the consequences. Unwanted pregnancy. That's if we are going in terms of the young teenage adolescents. Unwanted pregnancy that probably might lead to, these people want to abort and whatever. Failed abortion leads to damaged internal organs, and the consequence also is you might probably not be able to give birth to a child then. So you understand. There also HIV/AIDS. It's probably another consequence. Like there's this transition of HIV/AIDS. It's probably one of those consequences that actually happens and stuff like this. And probably the younger girls and older girls, which can lead to there's this, they call it mother to child. I don't know if you've probably heard of something like that. This mother to child contraction and transmission.
Yes.
Practically, yeah, this mother to child transmission of HIV/AIDS is one of the consequences of this cross-generational sex. So there is this, like I mentioned too, I think I presented it, I said something about risky sexual behavior. Like someone that
Yes.
was probably traumatized or raped at 11, 12, might probably go on to be in her 20s and she has this high sexual is it libido you call it? Yeah, this whole
Yes.
like it changes someone's sexual life entirely. where you can't really, the trauma just
Control
there.
themselves.
You're always wanting to probably sleep with other people. Yeah, I always wanted to sleep with other people because you're probably
That's a
molested by
terrible one.
or you always want violent sex. Or you always want this violent
Yeah,
form of
like, yeah, I think that is part of it. So there's some people that just have to stay where they are beating them to kill them. I don't know why. And I think it's one of them. Oh,
yeah, you get. So it's one of those consequences. You want this violent pleasure. So that's the thing, and it's that kind of violence. So that's one of the things. So the consequence of all of this. So then there's the whole trauma. Don't let us talk about trauma is one that affects the mental health. So I
yeah.
really don't see health benefits in younger children engaging themselves, even for like I said, the teenage ones. Because once pregnancy is up, some genders might be like, I don't want this one. Some male genders, don't let me generalize, feel like I don't want this pregnancy. What can we do about it? One thing is to one thing. There's this baby mama syndrome. There's this one, everybody, yeah, there's this baby mama. You have this one, you have that one, you have to compete back. Father wants to come back. It's like the whole thing just become messed up. The man will tell you, I don't want to date a single mother, I don't want to date. So everything just still boils down to this cross generational sex, practically. So that's just it. Then there's this issue of prostitution too. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. That's not really like that's probably societal effects than the
Yeah.
health. Yeah, they're more of like a
Yeah, that's like the vulnerability. It's very true that some girls fall in. Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Some girls fall into prostitution because of how they are being affected or how they are introduced to sex, basically. Okay, so thank you so much for today, Fam John. We are grateful for your time. Thank you for taking time to explain. I really love this conversation. I saw a perspective, but today has been so much more enlightening because we talked about it in very relatable terms.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Thank you so much for your time and your efforts. So now for everyone on our live chat on YouTube, on Facebook, please, if you have any questions, do well to drop them. Although we are now out of our time for today, we promise to answer the questions probably in our next live session, which will come up next week, Thursday by 5 p.m. Thank you so much for showing up. Yes, sir, please, you can go ahead.
Please, can I get the recorded link of this Zoom meeting?
Yes, you can. I have just dropped the live this thing on the link on the chat box.
Can someone watch it live after, even as it has ended? Can someone still go back to watch it?
Yes, you can. It's on our YouTube. It's on our YouTube handle. So Esther or Martina will probably just send you the link directly in your inbox so you can reach it at any time.
Yeah, the Zoom link. I need to send it.
You get it. You get it. Thank you so much, sir, for showing up on our platform today. Yes, it was nice. Thank you so much for conversing with us.
Esther has been in my DM, like LinkedIn, carry me. Esther WhatsApp has just been like.
Yes, that's our Esther for you. She ensures we have
everywhere
on our show every week. So we are so grateful for her and also grateful to you for showing up. Thank you so much. So even as we go now, we would like to acknowledge our partners and sponsors. A very big thank you to you, to all our speakers, including Fam John that just showed up today. Thank you all so much for always answering when we call. And everyone online, we encourage you to share this link with friends, family, help them learn. The more we spread the awareness as we learned today, it will help us solve or at least reduce the rate or the prevalence of cross-generational sex. Okay, now Belle by Choice has hotlines that you can call to get your free sexual and reproductive health counseling. They are on our screen. Just check Facebook, YouTube, you'll find them on your screen. Do well to call, send a chat, and you will be answered anonymously. We really don't need to know you so much, but we would love to help. Also, we have walk-in centers all across Calabar where you can meet our physical representatives and have a one-on-one chat. Anything that pertains to sexual and reproductive health and rights, just let us know. Also, if you would have topics you would like us to discuss, we would love you to also drop it in the comment section. Just drop it as, I would like to talk on this or I would like to talk on that. And we'll make sure to get back to that and then have a live session that talks about that important topic to you. Thank you all so much for showing up. We are grateful. See you next week, Thursday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you, Esther.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, Faith. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Faith. And a special thanks to our speaker too. Bye, everyone. Have a lovely weekend.